Hello, everyone. I am Lynn, Dream Girl Writer, and I'm coming to you with a message today that's hot off the presses from my journal and the unpacking of a dream that I had this morning. And I wanted to show you this beautiful journal. I always enjoy picking out a new journal, and my favorite publisher is Peter Popper Press, and I have bought probably hundreds of these over the years. And they always keep coming out with new designs. The company, it was founded in 1928 by a man named Peter something. And anyway, so lovely, lovely artwork on the journals. And they always have a message to go with the artwork. And this particular one, and it's called the Orange Fairy Journal. And this journal reproduces the first edition cover of Andrew Lang's The Orange Fairy Book, illustrated by Henry J. Ford and published in 1906. And I haven't yet researched whether that Henry J. Ford is related to the Ford family that devised the first American car, but yeah, could be that that's the connection, that's a connection as well. And just to read you, to give credit, actually, proper credit to Peter Popper Press, in 1928, at the age of 22, Peter I'm sorry, my eyes are giving me a hard time. Bielenson began printing books in a small press in the basement of his parents' home in Larchmont, New York. Peter, and later his wife Edna, sought to create fine books that sold at prices even a pauper could afford. Today, all family owned and operated, still family owned and operated, Peter Popper Press continues to honor our founder's legacy and our customers' expectation of beautiful beauty, quality, and value. And I attest to that. I love these journals. So, the message that came to me from my dream, from unpacking the dream, and also from some challenges that I have had recently that have given me great gifts in just recent days. The messages I well, the message I came up with was there's only three things we need to know in this life. Number one, we are love. Number two, everything is happening exactly as it must. And number three, we can never make a mistake. Oddly enough, I have shared these things with my family and friends over the years and learned from them myself when I forgot that these were the only three things we needed to know. But the reason that I'm sharing it with you today is I kind of just, after I wrote that down, I just got out of my chair and I felt like this is something that has to be shared. And whether it's only seen by a few people or no one at all besides me and possibly my my online manager who will post this on my YouTube channel, or whether it's seen and heard by many, or whether its real message is just through the ethers of our magical existence. All that matters is that I speak it out loud. And so let's take these three lessons, if you will, one by one. We are love. Well, on a surface level or just, as it is, that statement can mean a, an abundance of things to every person on the planet. And it also could seem kind of superficial or like I'm kind of putting something out there that stating the obvious, if you will. And what I mean by it and mean to convey at this moment in time is something so deep and so profound that even those three words, or even 3 million words, could never describe what it means. And that the journey, whatever journey we're on in this lifetime, however many challenges or successes or celebrations we're experiencing, the ultimate realization of any experience is that we are love. And love is all around us at all times. We can never leave love. Love never leaves us. And even if we are conflicted and intentionally mean to harm someone or to sabotage someone, that act is still coming from divine love to prompt someone else. It has a part in the divine collective experience. And I'm just going to leave it at that because my words are so incapable of describing how I really feel about love or what love is, that I just wanted to put it out there to you as a kind of starting point for forgiveness of yourself if you have engaged in non love, if you have done something that you feel ashamed of, or if you have been the brunt of someone else's anger or conflict or abuse, that I just want to lay that beautiful phrase in the human language, in one human language out there as kind of like a magic carpet for you to step onto in your most trying times, or even in your most blissful of times, to rest on those three words: we are love. And then moving on to the second premise of my Trinity today: everything is happening exactly as it must. This has been kind of a mantra of mine for many years now. And it was brought home to me in a very succinct and sure way, and has brought me much wisdom, mostly during the times that I was suffering and had just had a traumatic experience or was bringing myself back, recovering from that. And in two instances in my life, after an extremely traumatic experience, I was kind of curled up in a fetal position or just completely um, withdrawn from the outer world, and received this message as if an angel whispered in my ear. Two very remarkable times in my life. Everything is happening exactly as it must. And if we use that as another little magic carpet to ride on to ride us over the times of turbulence and anxiety and pain and the things that our mind is telling us might happen or that we did wrong or that we might be experiencing, like that other shoe that's going to drop. I'm inviting you to use this phrase, everything is happening exactly as it must, to let yourself off the hook of having to know anything, of having to control anything, of having to assign blame or shame to anyone or anything, including and especially yourself. To just know that, okay, well, you got angry, or maybe you hurt a child or an adult, maybe you hurt yourself, maybe you put yourself in harm's way, maybe you sabotage somebody else because you were jealous or upset or felt righteous about doing it. You can let yourself off that hook by knowing that there was a reason for that. And the reason, if you're becoming aware of it and you're feeling those feelings of shame or victimhood, that that is your gift. There is a very important gift to be had from feeling that as deeply as you can, from going into your body, from taking away the distractions of other people's opinion or even your own opinion, and just finding the time to really look at yourself square in the mirror and say, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to own this feeling, this rage, this shame. It's mine. It came to me. It came to me through that experience. It came to me through those thoughts. It came to me through even love and kindness, where I could see the contrast between the way someone else treats me and the way I treat myself. I heard someone say one time, and I'm sure this is a very common phrase or known very well in psychological circles or people who do mental health work, that no one else can ever abuse us more than we abuse ourselves. And while that's a grand statement to make and might trigger a lot of but in a lot of you, just I'm saying it in terms of adults, not children being abused against their will or because they're helpless, but as an adult, if we're facing something and we feel like we've been attacked or abused or triggered, then that is our work. There's where our most important work is right there in discovering where that feeling goes in our body, how it has been disconnected from our heart, how we have put layers of protection over it or justification over it, and how we can uncover that and reveal its illumination, reveal the gift inside of it, the precious, precious message that goes back to my first part of this Trinity. We are love. We are love. And everything is happening exactly as it must. And then to move on to my third part of this trifecta, if you will, we can never make a mistake. Now, this one is really hard to swallow. And I remember telling it to my oldest daughter, even though I was a very young, inexperienced mother who had just come off of a traumatic childhood herself. Basically, in the first years of my daughter's life, I was a child raising my child. And I remember telling her, and it could be that this didn't happen until later on, but there are no mistakes, that there are just experiences that cause us to pay more attention and to learn from, that we have more reason to learn from them than others. And that there's always reason for something to happen. And again, the reason could be to engage us in more love. The reason could be to point us to those deep, dark shadows inside of us so that they can be brought to the light, so that they can be cleared, so that they can become part of the compost in our flower garden, so that they can be used as as beautiful carpet rides into experiencing the lightness of being rather than being burdened or overshadowed by them. And the things, I made a video a while back that, and I called it, and I always get this mixed up, um, but I, I believe I called it Sacred Divine Failures and Sacred Mistakes. And basically, the again, and the other premise that goes along with this that I've long recognized in unpacking my dream messages is that nightmares are our best friends. And those three things, divine failures, sacred mistakes, and nightmares are our best friends. Those are all to do with, of course, shadow work. And they are all pointing the way for us to be able to look at that beautiful self in the mirror who just has been covered up since childhood, since we lost our innocence, so to speak, or feel like we've lost our innocence, to point us in that direction so that we'll take a look at it. And just a little caveat of wisdom here in taking a look at our shadows and doing this inner work that brings up a lot of what appears to be dark and dirty and shameful things, to be gentle with yourself when you do that work. I am the first one to say, enough. That's enough. It hurts too much. I'll look at it later. I hear you. I know you're there. Thank you very much for coming. And I can own you. I can know that that shadow is a part of me and I can own it. And those feelings that I'm feeling, that hurt, that shame, that rage, I can own those. But I maybe don't want to take it on all at once because we have to feed the baby. We have to pay the bills. We have to go out there and take ourselves back to the village. I mean, we don't have to, but it behooves us to take these things, in a sense, take them seriously, but know that they don't have to burden us. They don't have to stop us. We can know that there's a lesson there waiting to be revealed or a gift that will come of it. But we don't have to stay up until midnight tonight and by God, we're going to get to the bottom of this. That's kind of like a self-tyranny. And it also, because shadow work and looking at oneself and being able to truly get to that place of love's ease, to where you can embrace those parts of you that were very uncomfortable before. To get there requires tremendous tenderness and gentleness and grace. And so, even though we can know that we can never make mistakes, we do push that envelope to the point where we have to stop and take a look at what's happening and maybe take a break from it as well. So I hope I have offered you something here that is of value. And again, I just wanted to reiterate those three messages that can provide you with a magic carpet of awareness, of relief, that can offer you some more lightness of being. Number one, we are love. Number two, everything is happening exactly as it must. And number three, we can never make a mistake. Keep going, keep flowing, keep loving, keep resetting the default to love and kindness and gentleness every day. And I wish you well. Thank you for listening, and bye for now.